Another good segue there. So now you have your vocation, your career, and you want your career to be human centric, and I know it turned into Pendulum, your company.
Yes.
Was there a lead up to that, or did you say this is my path?
Definitely a lead up, but those those times in life where you go, why am I going through this? Like, this is kind of hard, or you question it. So from 2004, when I started recruiting, up until 2014, so 10 years, I was in some of the greatest companies ever. Like I was pulled over to LinkedIn. I actually helped scale them, took them public. I was the first recruiter at GoPro internally, took them public, and then Medallia after that. Within each of those organizations, and this is what I say I was questioning, was they gave me the team. So the decision makers are not the recruiters. The decision makers is everyone else. The engineers, the product managers, the CEOs, the IT, anyone interviewing their group, right? And so they always gave me, they said, this is the challenging team, or they have a lot of turnover, or they don't have enough women, or they always gave me, I always thought, why me? Like, why do I have to get beat up all the time? But what I really got was that I kept being challenged to be put into my truth, because instead of going into those groups and saying, well, here's more resumes and this is how you have to do it, and forcing them, because I was so present to the human connection and love and partnership. And that's why you'll ask people, my peers and my ex-bosses, Elena's kind of the odd one, because I see it as the human journey together. And so Pendulum was formed during those times. I didn't realize it was going to be called Pendulum. But I started to see the gap and it's still the gap in the world today. The biggest gap in hiring is that the decision makers are not trained, right? So you wouldn't say, throw me in to do coding tomorrow and think that I'm going to do a good job without training. That would be insanity. But there is only one discipline in every company that every part of the company has to do, is hire. It's the last thing to be invested into how to get it right and to how to empower people to do it, right? So most people don't want to spend most of their time hiring. They want to spend it on where they love, So I started seeing, wow, the gap here is not quantity of resumes. The gap here is not, it's one, the candidate experience, which has become a big, terminology, which is true. What is that candidate? What is that human experience of your company? And then I started bringing to the table the partnership with my hiring managers and teams. I started training them on how to communicate with the candidates so that it's not just check boxes, right? Because the candidates are not there for them. You are there together to see if you can find a partnership